saving people on their deathbeds. At that moment in the assembly, there was a Bodhisattva Mahasattva named Saving Deliverance, or Tranamukta. He arose from his seat, bared his shoulder on one side, and knelt with his right knee on the ground. Bowing toward the Bhagavat and joining his palms, he said to the Buddha, "O most virtuous Bhagavat, in the age when the semblance Dharma is appearing, there may be sentient beings who, because of various sufferings, are distressed. Unable to eat and drink, they are exhausted and emaciated by long illness. Their throat and lips are dry. They see darkness all around. The characteristics of death appear. Parents, relatives, friends, and acquaintances gather around such a person, lamenting and weeping. Then, while his body lies in its original place, he sees a messenger of Yama, who takes his consciousness before King of the Dharma Yama. Now, each sentient being has an inborn genius attached to him. This genius records all his actions as either good or evil, and then gives this record to Yama, king of the Dharma. The king then interrogates the dying person and calculates the totals of his good and evil actions, and judges him thereby. At that time, if the ill person's relatives and friends are able to take refuge in Bhagavat Master of Medicine Beryl Radiance Tathagata for the sake of that person, and they invite monks to recite this sutra, light 7-storied lamps, and suspend a 5-colored life-prolonging divine banner, it is then possible for his consciousness to return to that place, and he will clearly understand what he had experienced as if in a dream. Or it could be that after 7 days or 21 days or 35 days or 49 days, his consciousness returns, as if he had awoken from a dream, and he will remember and know all the retributions of his good and not good acts. Because he can actually see the retributions of his acts, even in the case of facing danger to his life, he will no longer commit any evil acts. This is why, sons and daughters of good family with pure faith, you should all hold on to the name of Master of Medicine Beryl Radiance Tathagata, and, according to each one's capacity, respectfully worship him. At that moment, Ananda asked Saving Deliverance Bodhisattva, "Oh, son of good family, how should we respectfully worship that Bhagavat, Master of Medicine, Beryl Radiance Tathagata? And how should we make the life-prolonging banner and the lamp?" Saving Deliverance Bodhisattva said, "O most virtuous one, if there is an ill person who wishes to be delivered from suffering from illness, for the sake of this person one should observe the precepts of 8-fold purification for 7 days and 7 nights. One should donate, according to his capacity, food and drink and other goods to the community of bhikshus. Throughout the 6 periods of the day and night, one should revere and worship Bhagavat Master of Medicine Beryl Radiance Tathagata and recite this sutra 49 times. He should light 49 lamps and make 7 images of the form of that Tathagata. In front of each image he should place 7 lamps. Each lamp must be as large as a cartwheel. For the duration of 49 days the light must never be extinguished. Make a banner of 5 colors measuring 49 hand lengths long. Release creatures of various species, up to 49 in number. This will allow the ill person to surmount the danger. Moreover, Ananda, if a Kshatriya king who has received the ointment happens to experience calamities, such as an epidemic among the populace, an invasion from another country, a rebellion in his own realm, an inauspicious configuration of stars, eclipses of the sun or moon, wind and rain at inappropriate times, or too little rain out of season, in such cases, the Kshatriya king who has received the ointment should give rise to a mind of compassion toward all sentient beings. He should release imprisoned people under amnesty and worship the Bhagavat Master of Medicine, Beryl Radiance Tathagata, according to the method of worship described above. Thanks to this wholesome root and the power of that Tathagata's former vows, his kingdom will right away obtain peace and tranquility. There will be timely wind and rain. The grains will ripen, and all sentient beings will be without illness and will be happy and joyous. There will be no cruel yakshas or other spiritual beings in his country who could cause sentient beings to suffer. All the inauspicious omens will disappear altogether. The Kshatriya king who has received the ointment will have a long life. He will be handsome and powerful. He will be free from illness and obtain increasing prosperity. O Ananda, if the emperor, the queen and consorts, the heir apparent and other princes, the ministers and secretaries, the queen's attendant ladies, officials, and common people are troubled by the suffering of disease or other calamities, they also should make a 5-colored divine banner and light lamps that burn continuously. They should release various living creatures, scatter flowers of different colors, and burn famous incense. They will then be able to recover from illness and will be liberated from all troubles. At that moment, Ananda asked Saving Deliverance Bodhisattva, O son of a good family, how is it possible to increase the prosperity of someone whose lifespan is already exhausted? Saving Deliverance Bodhisattva said, O most virtuous one, how can you not have heard the Tathagata's teaching about the 9 kinds of untimely death? This is why it is recommended to make the life-prolonging banner, light lamps, and practice various meritorious practices. By doing these meritorious practices, when one's lifespan is exhausted, he or she will not experience any suffering.